The Shadows of Yog Sottoth. Session 45. Resurrection. The dust settled, and the shouts and the police flashlights pick out the blooded, dust and panicked faces of our adventurers. They stagger towards the guns pointing at them. "Don't shoot, please help us," Josiah screams as they fall to their knees. 2 hours earlier. Henry and Alice slowly descend the stairs. In front of them opened up a large room, filled with pits, covered in wire grates. As they look on, claws, hands and other abominations writhe and pulsate against the covers. With the remaining adventurers joining them, guns ready, they make their way in. It could be seen that a number of cells with iron doors had been carved into the walls. Chained, emaciated men clambered against their incarceration. Others were chained against the walls, and one poor wretch the group recognized as being the poor man who went missing after going to the order some weeks ago. Now mad with fear, he begged for release. Seeing two servants, clearly controlling this hellish jail, Alice and Josiah launched a surprise attack. Their hope was to catch them off guard, but the pale-skinned men were stronger and more resilient than they looked. The fight took a turn for the worse, when Josiah tripped, almost falling into a pit. Anna and Henry raced to help, with Anna being pushed on top of a pit opening also, with dead cold hands grabbing her hair. The scuffle ended, and the two servants lay on the ground. The sound of the fight was masked by the hum of an engine which seemed to be keeping the underground illuminated and warm. In the southern wall lay an alcove with multiple bottles labeled Materia and Custodes. Farther into the alcove, 3 men and a number of the pale-skinned servants stood conversing. Above them, carved into the wall, were the words to a spell of resurrection, identified by Henry. Henry, seeing it was John Scott and the old man that had turned his physical form into inhuman shapes at the initiation ceremony, raised his gun, looking for retribution against them both. Shots fired. Max Reed, John Scott's bodyguard, protected the old man from harm, taking aim with his own gun. The old man disappeared behind a table for cover, as Scott and Reed fired a mix of bullets and mystic power at the group, commanding the pale servants to attack. Stepping forward, Giovanni opened fire with his Tommy gun. Bullets laced around the room, some servants falling. However, disaster struck when the gun jammed. Hand-to-hand fighting, gunfire and a stick of dynamite used by Reed and thrown into the pits by Anna all ended with Scott being dealt a fatal blow. His ancient body faltering, he was able to strike once more at Josiah. Overcome in the end, his body was turned back into the dust it came, Henry reciting the resurrection spell backwards. Machines stopped, and the underground became unstable. Josiah and Henry grabbed some items that fell, a notebook and silver-headed cane. The old man was nowhere to be seen, seemingly having vanished into a large wooden box. With no time to spare, the injured group raced up to the ground floor, spilling out of the now shaking and collapsing house. The cops stand, guns raised.